Hello, this is Jocelyn Hillam, and welcome to the Meliora Mentor Podcast. Meliora means better in Latin, and I want to encourage a better you through finding better thoughts. We're all making progress in our lives, or we want to, and sometimes it's through changing our thoughts that can change our actions and bring us the results that we want. So join in today as we focus a little bit more on healthy eating and trying to lose weight. Hi, I'm Jocelyn, the host of the Meliora Mentor Podcast. Meliora means better in Latin. I encourage better thoughts for a better you and a better life through taking small steps in thought and action. I help pregnant women and mothers to find positivity in their season of life through changing their thoughts to work for them and not against them. I help mothers find the small, doable steps without making drastic changes to their everyday life, and I can help you. Thanks for joining. So by the time this episode comes out, it is still January, and maybe this year is your goal to focus on health. Maybe even health is your word for 2022. You want to get down to the basics. You want to get healthy. And in the process, you're probably hoping that as you get healthy, you can lose some weight. I know that was on my goal list for many years. In fact, this is the first year I have not put it on my list. And that is because I have found mindset tools and tricks that have helped me maintain. I lost all the baby weight after my fourth baby. I was able to do it after my third one too. But this time I've been able to maintain. I've been maintaining this weight for about a year now. And that has been so exciting because not too long ago, I would have thought that was definitely impossible. I have too much of a sweet tooth. I love pastas. I love breads. All the baked goods I love. And I never would have thought I could maintain a weight that I wanted to be at after having children. In fact, there was a time where I was like, yep, I'm just destined to be big. I'm just destined to be this size. That was until I started having my thoughts work for me. So today I'm going to give you another tip of having your thoughts work for you. Last week I talked about 2 personality traits that can help you or hinder you in moving forward in your weight loss goals, and to determine what personality type you are around certain foods so that you can either determine if you're an abstainer or a moderator. Today I'm going to talk about the energy we put into what we don't want. Sounds a little complicated, but it's not. It's actually really simple. I recently watched a movie called The Secret, and on that show they talked heavily, actually the whole movie was about the law of attraction. It was a documentary on famous people, men and women, who have utilized the law of attraction in their life. One thing that really stood out to me is the don'ts. There was a section where they started talking about what we don't want. We don't want to be fat. We don't want to have skin that has acne. We don't want to be a bad mom. We don't want to be a bad wife. But by thinking about what we don't want, we're often unconsciously, through our subconscious, putting energy into what we don't want. So today we are talking about the example of being overweight. We don't want to be fat. But oftentimes a lot of that energy, of putting that energy into thinking about what we don't want, is not helping us to create what we do want. This is another simple mindset shift that can help you reach your goals. Instead of putting all your energy into what you don't want, instead of talking about how you don't want to be fat, talk about what you do want. Think about what you do want. You do want to lose weight. You do want to be healthy. You do want to be thin. You do want to be a patient mom. You do want to be a good wife, and you do want to have clear skin. Those go back to all the examples I mentioned before. As you focus more of your energy on what you do want versus what you don't want, you will find that you will start to be able to create and attract to you the things that you do want. You will be able to attract the healthy eating. You will be able to attract the good relationship with your children and your husband. Changing your thinking is the first steps in creating your results. And that's exactly what we want to do. We want to create ourselves to be who we desire to be. And we do that through intentional thinking. So our thoughts, what is going on in our mind, comes before our feelings, our actions, and results. Our feelings, actions, and results often come from what we are thinking. That is pretty powerful. So if you're thinking about what you don't want, then you're probably unconsciously attracting that. And that's creating your feelings, which is creating your actions and results. But as you start thinking about, for example, the things you do want, it gets easier. It gets easier to take the action required to actually see the scale change. The more you can see, say, and feel what you do want to become, then your action can follow. It becomes a lot easier to create the action needed to make the results happen in your life. But Jocelyn, how do I do this? It feels so hard. I just don't really understand. I'm a beginner. I don't know how to make this work. So one way to see, say, and feel what you do want to become is by changing your negative thoughts to positive. So instead of saying, I am fat or I feel fat, I want you to say, I am thin. I am beautiful. I am confident. Whatever one resonates with you, you change those negative thoughts to the opposite. You find the positive. You look in the mirror when you get ready or when you're putting your clothes on, and you visualize yourself as the thin version of you. That's a way you can see. And you feel by feeling how you're going to feel when you reach your desired outcome, when you reach the things that you do want to have happen. Meditation can also help. I have not done this, but I know one of the podcast coaches I listen to, she really has used meditation to help her lose 60 pounds. It was slow, and even for me, it was slow. But it's sustainable if you can change your thoughts, and you can maintain like I have for a full year, which is incredible. So instead of thinking on all the things you don't want, I don't want to be fat. I don't want to be irritable. I don't want to feel not confident. I don't want to be a bad mom. Instead of putting your energy into all of those things, put your energy and thoughts into what you do want. I do want to be thin. I do want to eat healthy. I do want to feel better. I do want to do the harder thing because it will help me. It will help my children and be an example, and I will feel so much more healthy. Be patient. Changing your thoughts takes time. We have years of programming of how we feel about ourselves. Years. And so this takes time. But you can see the fruits of your labors, of your thoughts, sooner than you think if you just try it with some small consistency. I am rooting for you, and I am here to support you. I offer coaching for moms who want help in the areas of pregnancy, weight loss, or motherhood. I have gotten good at controlling my thoughts in some of these areas, and I can help you. I can help you if you need some accountability. But my coaching is a little special because it's not an hour at a time. Oftentimes when you go to get a coach or get someone to help you deeper, they require an hour session. I believe in doing things by small and simple means. So I meet with you over a period of 5 weeks for 10 minutes at a time. We talk about how you're feeling, and I discuss with you tools that you can implement. Small and simple things, personalized to you, to help you reach your desired outcome, whether that's to lose weight, to get healthy, or all of the above. So if this interests you, please send me an email in the show notes. My email is in the show notes, melioramentor.com. I need to make a little acronym or jingle for how to spell Meliora, but it's always in the show notes so that you don't have to spell it. and I would love to help you out. Thank you for listening. Thank you for sharing. If you could give me a rating and a review on iTunes, I would really appreciate it because that helps this podcast to be found by other mothers and pregnant women who need the information to shift their mindset. We can help each other find Meliora in motherhood. Thank you so much for implementing, for listening, and taking the time to become the better you. Until next time. Thank you for being a part of the Meliora Mentor podcast, for listening, for sharing, and for most of all, applying these tools into your own life to improve your own happiness so that you can find your own better thoughts for a better you and a better life through taking small steps in thought or action to reach your goal. If you are one of those individuals who have an inner desire but are having a difficult time making progress in your goals, I can help you find the small, doable steps without drastic changes to your everyday life. Reach out, let's connect, and let's see you move forward. My name is Jocelyn, and I thank you for listening. Until next time.